I will be providing an update in regards to Mr. Malik's homicide, which occurred on July 14th. In the early morning hours at approximately 9:27 a.m., Mr. Malik was shot and killed in front of his business at the Pyle Business Center in Surrey. Subsequently, IHIT took conduct of this investigation, and with the public's assistance, we were able to identify and locate a suspect vehicle which fled from the scene. That suspect vehicle was a white Honda CR-V. Through conventional investigative techniques and amazing police work, we were able to identify and arrest two suspects in relation to this homicide. Those two suspects being 21-year-old Tanner Fox and 23-year-old Jose Lopez, both from the Lower Mainland. Both of these individuals are known to police. Subsequently, we consulted with Crown Counsel, and we were able to obtain charge approval for first-degree murder in relation to Mr. Malik's homicide. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our support units that assisted us in this investigation. For the past 13 days, specifically Surrey Detachment Resources have been with us, supporting us along the way on this investigation.
Good afternoon. My name is Brian Edwards. I'm Assistant Commissioner for Surrey RCMP. I'm the officer in charge of the detachment. I want to start by thanking our community. I want to thank the residents of Surrey. And thank you for your trust and your patience and your assistance in solving this matter. It's with the involvement of the public at all stages of investigations is how we solve crime. I must also mention the dedicated group of officers who leaned in, working around the clock to resolve this matter. As a former officer in charge of the Lower Mainland Integrated Teams, I have to tell you how this works. Those teams are the best that we have in investigations. They're the absolute best. They come into the detachment and they work seamlessly with our teams. And it's through that collaboration that this matter was resolved. It's absolutely essential in solving crime in our communities. We've seen that here in Surrey, we've seen it in Langley, we've seen it in Chilliwack, and we've seen it in Whistler over the last 2 weeks. I can't thank these members enough for their experience, dedication, and expertise. Finally, I want to go back to this community. Your trust in the police tells me that you support us in getting this done. Cooperation of witnesses is essential. This is extremely important to us. We're going to do everything we can to continue to keep this community and our residents safe. Thank you.
Can you talk about whether the investigation is still open and whether there are possibly additional suspects, such as people that perhaps hired these young men who are now charged?
Great question. Yes, the investigation is ongoing. Obviously, we're in the infancy of this investigation as it's only 13 days old. So there's many follow-up tasks to be completed.
Can you tell us when and where these two were arrested?
They were arrested yesterday. Mr. Fox was arrested in Abbotsford and Mr. Lopez in New Westminster.
Can you tell us a bit of your history, how you know the police?
I can't get into those details as they are in front of the courts currently, and I don't want to taint some of that information in regards to their background, so I'm not able to provide this at this time.
Is there any connection between the victim and the people who were arrested?
As I said, it's an ongoing investigation, and I think that'll be some of the follow-up tasks that we have moving forward.
Can you give us any more information about how these two suspects were identified so quickly? And in a pretty short period of time that arrests and charges were made.
As that would lead to some of the evidence that is gleaned, unfortunately I'm not able to get into that, as that is part of the court process, and that's where that information will be disclosed.
You said the investigation is still open. Are police looking for any more suspects at this time?
As it is an ongoing investigation, we're going to follow the evidence, and wherever that evidence leads us is where we'll go next.
Are the suspects residents of Surrey or New Westminster and Abbotsford?
Mr. Fox is a resident of Abbotsford, Mr. Lopez of New Westminster.